With many horrible things, we saw a plant lady die, who just wanted to see the sun the last time we were around. And now she did, because she made bridges for us. And I feel like scum of the earth. I made this happen. Everything I did made this happen. And I can't go this way. Aren't you? I guess it's no longer needed anyway. I think that was another place entirely. I don't know where I'm going. So she's literally keeping this entire world together with her vines. I can't get around here now. That her vines, like you saw right there, she sacrificed the last of her power to do it. So that way you can sort of walk on the edges. Which is sad. Like a lot worse than before when I played this game. Kinda wish I played it like a live stream of it, but no. You know, if this was like the real world and not trying to get too dark, a lot of people would have just ended themselves by now. Thinking there's no hope left, so let's just end it. Instead of just living another day, just roughing it out. Oh hey, birdie boy.
The bridge to the forest just restored. The village evacuee should be able to find better fishing spots here. The plant spirit is really looking out for us, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she's dead. She's looking out for you, in death. My mommy's taking food for everyone. I want to help her catch fish, but I'm not a grown-up yet.
This island has more moss covering than our village did. Would have been nice to build a settlement here. Too late now, I guess.
There was one demonic goat at one point. It's funny. Where's the goat? Like the demon goat. Oh yeah, you're the person that... Are you okay? I want to go back home. Oh, aren't we one of the two pair? Oh, you're the trader guy.
Sure am. You here to trade? 'Cause if you are, then I got bad news for you. A lot of my stuff is back at my cart, which was sadly abandoned when I was running for my life. So my collection is very limited right now. Managed to grab some of my favorite things before I left though.
Do you have anything like gears?
Gears? Like the metal spinny things? I don't think I have anything like that. Wait. I do have this box thing that you can wind up and play a song.
That's a music box.
Yeah, I bet there's lots of little metal bits in there.
Oh, that might work.
But I'm not sure if I want to trade it away. It's one of my favorite things.
Aw.
Oh, what am I saying? You're the savior.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, be nice. I'm saving your butt, so kind of.
Things have been getting bad around here lately. If I don't help you, I might not even be around much longer. You need to save the world, right? Take it.
Thank you. How do I get a battery? Unless I've messed up the chances. Because I have a broken battery. Have anything for a battery?
By the way, if you ever see a big guy with goggles and a cool helmet, tell him the trader in the glen said hi. Also ask him if he has any more music boxes for trading.
Will do.
We won't last long now, will we? The sun can't fix the squares. The sun can't restore the land.
Oh, there's the demonic goat. I want to hear. I love demonic goat.
Would you like some stew? I made enough to feed a whole village. Literally.
It's okay, thanks. Yeah, save that stew for you. The vines are everywhere. The plant lady must be protecting us. Yeah. Oh, come on, that's a repeat. Repeat, repeat. I don't want repeats. These look like crab shells. They do, they look like just regular pots to me. I know there's lots more places in the Glen unless I need to fix this battery somehow. Somebody tell me how to fix a battery. Unless I messed up every royal chance I had. But I looked back there and there was really nothing. Like I said, you'd think our world was bad. Imagine living in this.
Some vines just grew around this bridge, almost as if it was an intentional repair effort.
Speaking of repairing. Hold on.
Hello, person. This is the main generator of the Glen.
Hello. Would you happen to know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? It's kind of an emergency.
I do not know what a flying machine is, but any sort of large machinery would require a high-capacity power cell. For example, the generator in this room utilizes such a device.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. We had to fix the battery for this thing and the Baron simply kept, damn it.
If this is an emergency for living beings, you can use the battery from the generator.
Oh! Wait, but if we take the battery here, all of you guys would lose power, wouldn't you? Maybe Cat and I should go find another one.
Negative. This is the only battery in the Glen powerful enough to be used as a standalone unit. If it is a dire situation, then do what you must.
Oh. I guess we have no choice but to take this, Cat. We depowered it. Oh, there was no other way. I know, I'm just making it worse. Well, I'll see you back at the flying machine. And I feel awful now, all of them are off. Did you find any? What were you looking for again? Gears? Gears! Did you find any of those? No, but I found this music box though. Ooh! We found a battery.
Oh, nice. I honestly wasn't expecting it.
It's from the generator on one of the islands.
The research station?
Yeah. It was powering all the robots there. I felt bad for taking it.
We can always just give it back later.
Alright.
We still need a few gears to put this engine back together. Please do what you must to find some.
We found a music box. It should have gears in it, right?
I assume so, but... this looks like one of the ones that my father made.
Your dad made music boxes too?
My father made a lot of things. Where did you get this from, by the way?
I like how we still go from so sad. A trader in the village gave it to me.
I see. I remember father saying that he used to trade with some of the people here. He did always love traveling this world despite... well... sorry. Gears in there are compatible with the engine, although it pains me to have to take it apart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Looks like the flame machine has a chance after all. I just have to assemble the pieces now, but it might take a while. Do you mind keeping me company?
How's it going?
So, the connectors in the battery were not designed for this type of engine, and so I have to shift around some of these ports. And there's this bolt that keeps getting stuck and... Don't worry, I am making decent progress. We should be able to make it to the city by tonight.
If you say so. What will happen once we get there?
We need to bring Proto back first, and then we need to go find one more person. You may have already met her, actually. Do you remember her from the last time you were in this world?
What does she look like?
This is going to sound strange, but she is a fox.
Oh, I do remember talking to a fox at one point.
You've met Rue?
The memories are still really blurry though.
I see.
It's just hard, you know? Proto told me to think of this world like a dream. But then I get caught up with it. And I just kinda forget. I forget that everything here is supposed to be not real. And then I remember. And then I just get really sad. I know this is for me to go home, but knowing that none of it mattered in the first place, am I just trapped here for no reason? Proto also told me not to ask anyone in the real world this, saying how they don't understand. But what about him? How did he know? How do you know? Aren't you guys all supposed to be code?
Well,
I'm not sure what to even believe anymore.
I wish Yura was here. She's so much better at explaining these sort of things. I'm doing a terrible job of it. I bet Proto was even a little tactful, wasn't he? I'm afraid I must risk sounding callous, but please, you need not concern yourself with how real everything is. For now, the plan is already in motion. We cannot allow for distractions. Father is putting everything into this one last run of the world. The last chance for him to fix everything.
Your father is involved in the world machine?
You could say that. The acceleration of the square particle anomalies was not accounted for at all, though the patch was only built to accommodate the normal rate they appear. But they're accumulating at a frightening speed now. Proto even lost his body. Thankfully, he gave you the disc just in time.
So, what happened to him anyway? What happens to anyone who gets caught in the squares? I know it's bad.
Well, you know how the assimilation works, right?
How everything is code?
Specifically, everything in a generated from pre-existing code. The squares can cause damage to the code, most of the time, irreversible damage. Father has lost some friends in previous iterations of the assimilation. It took him forever to develop the current, much more stable version.
You're making it sound like your dad built the simulation himself. Wait, did he?
Yeah,
But how? If everyone in this world is code, how can he build himself?
that's, not really what happened.
So, what happened?
Like I said, you shouldn't concern yourself with... Alright. Did Proto ever tell you about the old world?
He did say something about being built to greet the Messiah of the old world. I was too caught up with the other stuff at the time to think about it.
And you know of it at least then. Alright, here we go. My father, myself, the other two, none of us are part of the simulation itself. Our homeworld, the real world, was actually destroyed a long time ago.
What?
In the years leading up to the calamity, scientists from all over the world tried to stop it, but the outlook was bleak. A vague prophecy about a messiah from another world became everyone's last bastion of hope. Prophetbot, prototype, was built to predict the future about the specifics of the messiah, but as his predictions turned out, the messiah would not have been able to arrive to our world in time. In fact, the messiah would not even have been born before our world ended.
Huh?
Disheartened, most people abandoned their research and resolved to peacefully living out their final years. But some people did the opposite. Even though fixing the world was impossible, they didn't want our existence to be in vain. And that's where my father came in. With the last of his resources, he built his most ambitious project yet, the World Machine, a large detailed visual of old world generated from a pool of memories collected from everyone he knew. After a heavy amount of modification and an added narrative, my father was able to convert the entire structure into code.
How did that code escape the old world?
I have no idea. What I do know is there is no equipment back home that was powerful enough to run the code independently. So aside from the standard hardware, it was also needed to borrow the mental process abilities of a living person. Father used himself for that during the initial testing phases. Like I said, it took many iterations for him to make the experience stable enough. But as you could see, even that's breaking down.
Ah,
Father caught on to the issues in the last minute, but did not have enough time to fix it. after the world ended, the code kinda just ended up floating in the void indefinitely, waiting for a willing operator to install it on their own hardware.
Cat?
Yeah, the operator, Cat, would then generate the universe using the code, becoming God in the process.
So, Cat was the living person you needed to borrow?
No, that would be you.
But why me? I should have asked that question a long time ago, shouldn't I?
I do not know. We really need to get going. It's fixed. We can leave in the next 5 minutes if you're ready.
Alright.
I understand if you're upset, but please, try to understand. My father is doing this to help all of us. And that includes you, Nico. The fact that you can't even go back home, I'm sure it upsets him greatly. The world means a lot to him, you know?
So, how does flying work?
Wait, don't these machines already exist in your world? You should already know what to expect.
Not really. I only heard about them. They're usually a lot bigger than this one anyway.
Well, a word of precaution before we take the air. Please try not to panic. It takes a few minutes of getting used to. It's not that bad once you're in the air.
I'll try. Oh, I should probably tell Kalamas and Lula where I'm going.
You mean those two running over here now?
Nico! Bad news.
The boat is gone!
What? It's the squares.
It looks like they're heading in this direction.
That's...
Fast. Calamus, right? Yeah? How bad is it? Doesn't seem to be immediate danger. Then it is priority that I take you to the city first, Nico.
But what about them?
I can make a detour later and drop you guys off into the city too, if you want. The city is better equipped to handle the squares. You'll be safer there.
You're taking us to the city?
If you wish.
Oh yeah!
Alright, I will be back here in an hour, so please wait for me until then.
She's just happy about everything. You guys sure you'll be fine here? Mm-hmm.
The squares are still moving pretty slowly for now.
Alright then. Guess we'll run into each other again soon. I'm ready to go.
Alright.
Famous last words. So what I got out of this was... the real world ended in their universe. And to protect it, or try to save it, he made a simulation of their world, and it kinda got out of hand really, really fast. That's what I'm taking out of this. As best as I can, at least. I mean, it's still hard to understand the full story unless you're a wizard. No, not a wizard, but you're just smarter than me. But what I took out of this is his father, him, and, you know, those who understand. Sorry. They were in the real world once. Then it's almost like, what's that game's name? It's like where that guy's underwater and his mind keeps getting re-uploaded. That's kind of what's happening here, I'm guessing. And Nico was sent to this world because the prophet wasn't born yet. It was all foretold. And I'm guessing what happened was, it didn't go according to what his father wanted, which is, I'm guessing, the visions that we're also receiving. Interesting. And I'm gonna keep going, because it looks like we're almost done here. As best as I can see, it's only 4 o'clock, so... I didn't think I'd be doing this, but it's supposed to be a 40-minute game, but I'm guessing if you know what you're already doing, you'd probably just speedrun this. But, hey, next episode, off to the city. See ya!